Hey Tori, I'm gonna try to do this real quick for you so you can kind of get an idea of what you need to. On the metallic, on the rose gold, kind of rub it like that and get this finish off from it. I'm gonna be doing this just on my laptop cover to show you what it's like to do on a flat surface. The white will be really much easier. Use a painter's tape to lift it and place it down. Sometimes I use a wider, or sometimes I just can do it like this and rub. Just rub. Because what you're doing now is you're going to lift the words. You're going to lift the words, separate them, lift them, and then you're going to place it down on your flat surface. But I want you to see it, and it is tricky to get it started. Tricky. I start at an angle and just until I find my first cut that I get to. Do you hear Sedona? Oh, it's Charlie. Charlie's digging his little nest in Katie's bed. Okay, so there's the first cut. And I'm gonna just play with that real slow, picking a little bit with my fingernails. So see, we're just starting to lift that. See, it's so slow. But it's so worth it because it's so cool. You can see that like inside the E is still there. I don't know, I may have to go get a picker. But this is what you need to do. And you may prefer a tweezer. You just pull those out of each one. I will use like Lysol wipes and sometimes even alcohol on the tips of my fingers just to make sure that like the the oils and stuff from our fingers aren't getting all over. Okay, so I'm gonna eyeball this one because it's just mine. I'm just gonna really make sure that that is stuck. And it's parts of it might want to lift. And so you have to be really slow. And I peel back like this. And then when it wants to lift, I go back in and push. And this is kind of tedious too. Again, I have really fine lines here with the metallic. Again, I think, they're going to be fine for Mrs. Garnett and Mom. A little trickier than the white, but they're going to be not as thin as this crazy stuff. The metallic just is trickier. I have a favorite brand that does not make metallic, and this might be why. I have brands that have awesome reviews on sticking and staying for metallic, but they all say the same thing. They're a beast to work with. For something as cool as a very special wedding, it's so worth it. I'm just kind of rolling like this. Just rolling. Sometimes I just kind of wiggle and roll. I would never sell it like that because the and is funky. See how thin this is, this and. You can see how super thin it is. All of it's fairly thin. The live, it's fairly thin. That and is just micro thin. You can see the Mrs. Garnett in there. If you can see that, kind of the difference. Way different. Way different than this. So, I showed you probably the hardest. I showed you the hardest thing you can probably work with the hardest lines to work with. So when you watch this, you're gonna know that yours is going to be so much easier. Metallic, and so it can tear. You're gonna wanna go slow, but it's gonna transfer much easier than this did just because of the size of it. Anyway, kiddo, I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do. Please take pictures and send them to me. Love you, miss you, and hope to hear from you soon. Whoops, that's not very good. There, see ya. Love you, bye. Okay, Tori, I'm gonna give you a second way to go ahead and do this. It's just another technique. I didn't show you this one because I didn't have very good luck with it on my iridescent that I was doing for fair cups and stuff. and it wasn't working very well, so I assumed it wasn't going to work well on the metallic and wanted to show you how to do the other way. The other way may still just work super fantastic for the white. However, I am going to go ahead and send some transfer paper with you. It'll be different than this because I need this for the weekend. I have several orders that I need to work on this weekend. Also, I would send my tools with you, but I need them this weekend. So hopefully you have a little tweezer or something if you don't like using your fingers. Okay, this is the transfer. I've taken the protective sheet off from here, and I'm going to separate that. This is the transfer paper. Yours is going to be a little bit different that I'm going to send with you. And I really need to stick this down well. And this is going to look kind of crazy. Okay, now I am going to take this whole back off and leave everything on there. Everything. See? All right. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to just start to remove this piece. And I'm going to leave behind the word that I want to transfer. You see what when I was talking about picking, I don't remember how much of that I had to delete trying to get your video short enough yesterday. This is what I'll do, is I'll trim off as I can. And then pull away some more, pull away some more. What I want to show you is like right now with this metallic, remember I told you it could rip super easy? So I have this little tool and I come in and use it to lift in places. And pull it away. So it's just less stress on the metallic vinyl. I also use that to get the centers out. So see, on our logo, this is working pretty well. Did not work well for me on the iridescent that I had, so I went ahead and did the other. Here's what I was going to show you with the tweezers, dear, is I can come in. So if you have tweezers, a pointy tweezer is really good, or a little picker. Again, I would send these tools with you, but I really, really need them. Okay, so I've got all that pulled out and weeded. Using more tools this way. Pull all that away. There it is. Again, this is just mine, so I'm going to eyeball it professionally. If I was doing it for someone, I'd really be careful and measure and make sure it's all even and centered and all that good stuff. But you get the idea. And so now that it's ready, I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to press. And then I'm going to peel back. And it's that same technique that we did yesterday. Angle. Again, the white, I have the glasses done, and the white is just fabulous to work with. It's my favorite brand. You're gonna love it. But they don't do the fancy schmancy. Let's get a little lift there. Okay, there you go. That's what it looks like. You use whichever technique you prefer. With what I'm doing with this, I actually preferred this time. It just varies from brand to brand, and even script to script, what technique works best. And so we know it's going to be, it's going to vary between each person. So now you have a couple of ways. Again, Tori, I'm going to send some transfer paper with you, and hopefully that makes it a little easier. Anyway, kiddo, you're going to do awesome, and I can't wait to see it.